start with you. Sorry, obviously a long way to play again on home soil. How did you think you handled, I guess, that return in that 45 minutes? Were you happy with
Yeah. I mean, I would have liked to have played longer, but wasn't to be. Yeah, I thought, of course, the game was a little bit crowded. It's not my strength to play in small areas, but when I did play in small areas, I thought I did quite well. But yeah, obviously it was, regardless of the performance, it was just nice to be back at home on home soil and have the crowd behind us and be here for the preparations for the Asian Cup. I think sometimes we lose sight of why we play football, and tonight just felt like one of those moments where I could just really go out there and enjoy it and have fun. I was always planning to play. I would have liked to have played the first game, but yeah, it just came too quick on the Friday night. If the game was Saturday, I probably would have played. I just hadn't had enough sessions underneath me fully before the Friday night. So yeah, I was always going to play this game. It was just, I would have liked to have played the first one.
Did you know before the game that you were going to just play the one half?
Look, coming off a small calf injury, it probably wasn't worth it, but I didn't. At halftime, I was still trying to play the 10 minutes. Joe was trying to I'm looking at him, but it wasn't his fault. It was the medical team's fault. So it was just at the end of the day, I wanted to stay on and play longer, but it was taken out of my hands, and that's probably the best thing because I would have probably played, and who knows what would have happened. So the right decision was probably made.
Yeah. Did you feel like you got back into the groove straight away? I mean, those little touches inside the box, well, that first goal was well worked, but it didn't look like you were out of place. How did you feel?
Yeah, well, it was nice to, have the camp last time. I think probably the Wales game away last camp, I was a bit rusty, I was a bit nervous, I was feeling a bit on edge. And then I thought in the England game, even though we went down to 10 men, I felt more like myself. So I knew tonight just to go out there and have fun and enjoy myself. And I felt good. And I thought when I did get the ball, I thought I did well with it. And 45 minutes is really hard for any player to make a huge difference. But I was happy with how it went.
Just give us an insight physically where you are now, Sam, and where you hope to be in March of the Asian Cup. I mean, is it going to be that much difference between the version of you now to how fit you'll be in another couple of months under your belt?
Oh yeah, it'll be a huge difference. I mean, this was just a little hiccup. I was planning to come to this camp and play 2 90s. I played my first 90 with Chelsea a couple of weeks ago, and then a couple of days later had this. So it was just bad luck, honestly. I didn't have any signs that this was going to happen, and I planned to come here and get as many minutes as possible. So come, when is it? February. I hope to be able to back up 90 minutes again and again and again.
How's it going?
Yeah, it feels good. That's why I wanted to keep going. But it's a bit of a weird one, such a small injury. But I guess you just have to be cautious with it, especially where I've come from the last 18 months, unfortunately.
Have you felt the change in the way Joe's setting up the team? I've said it this season. Have you sort of felt the dynamics and what he wants?
Yeah, it's been really good. I mean, you can see that he wants to play football, and even in the training sessions, we felt the change. It's been all based on football, all based on the little details, and I think we've really needed that as a team. It's been great. I mean, every coach has different philosophies, but we've all kind of known from playing against him or hearing girls that were under him at City what his philosophy has always been. So I think we all had an idea when he came in of what his philosophy was, and then it's been really enjoyable and fun, and it's just nice to get out there and play football and focus on things that I find important. He loves a rondo and I love a rondo, so yeah, it's been great, honestly.
In terms of attack and just, talking about Joe's system, obviously you love being on the ball, you love scoring, but some of your off-the-ball movement, even in that 45 minutes tonight was really nice, and holding up play and drawing different edges and that sort of thing. Does that fit well into what he wants to see?
Yeah, I think the way he wants to play, or the way he has told me he wants us to play, is free-flowing up there. And I think tonight it ended up me being the hold-up play in the pocket, but other times it's me in behind. So I think the free-flowingness and the freedom to roam in and out wherever anyone needs to be. You saw Kate Ford today, she's played 9, she's played wing, but you can rotate in, you can rotate out, and I think that freedom really suits our team and especially our forward line.
Joe, how did you see the overall performance? I mean, backing up against the same team 4 days apart must be difficult, firstly, to motivate players being thrashed Friday. Is that been the hardest part?
Yeah, look, I suppose we wanted to paint as many scenarios as we can going into the Asian Cup, and we tinkered with a few personnel changes tonight, which was sort of the idea to see the last bit of what we're trying to do in terms of the way we want to play. It was good because it was a different New Zealand in regards to the way they set up. They set up a lot deeper, a lot more density in midfield, and we had to find different solutions, and even situations where you saw when Sam in the first half was coming even not just under the first line, but even the second line, and coming deeper to pull players out where we could find space. So I'm pleased that we found the solutions. I'm pleased that we were still risky and proactive. We got caught a couple of times on the break, and we obviously defending one-on-one in these situations. So a lot of people sort of pulling their hair out on that sort of stuff, but I like it because it's one of those risk-reward sort of scenarios. The more we're proactive and risk and keep the ball high and keep it where we want it and control it, you are going to find 1 or 2 moments where you're going to get caught. Not a problem for me. And that's what I'm proud of this team. This team's really just developed this idea of wanting to be in control with the ball and finding these little movements in these little spaces to break teams down. But as I said, tonight was a good lead up for us because it was a different New Zealand to what we had the other night.
Kaylee's performance she's obviously the stopper and sets stuff up, and she's got incredible ability, and you allow her also to go up as an attacker and drop back. And how much influence has she got on the side going forward, and also Kennedy is a 6?
Yeah, that was one of the things which I wanted to try tonight. I mean, Alana sitting in front of the back two gives it that little bit of security, but B, more importantly, it allows us to break lines a little bit higher. And what I mean by that, it allows our centre backs to actually drive in or be in proactive situations by having her there. And that's hard to defend. It's hard to defend because you go and defend that line, and then all of a sudden spaces open up, but it's someone coming from behind creating that space. And that was good tonight. We saw a little bit of that tonight, which was really, really important. And as I said before, they're so good with the ball. They're so good in finding these little spaces and so good breaking lines that, and then to boot, they're so good in one-on-one defending. So, we're always going to find overloads in the attacking scenario. We don't have to have a +1 all the time.
Happy for confidence, could that go be for Alana in that role,
Yeah, we know her qualities. She's a player with immense talent, immense qualities. I've always liked her as a more proactive either defender or a player in front of the back four or the back two, because she has all the passing weapons. She can long, short, into feet, combine, and all those sort of areas. She just now needs to find the rhythm and confidence to do it now, because she's playing sporadically at London City. She's not playing consistently, and we hope that we see a little bit more. She played the last game as a number 6 there, so for us it's a big win for us.
Was that part of what was behind starting her there tonight? That I guess confidence on the one hand, but also the fact that you only got to see her for 17 minutes.
Yeah. She came on against Wales, played I think the last 20, and then we tried something. We tried what we were trying tonight against England, and then obviously the situation changed. But the beauty of this squad, I think we've now elevated the squad holistically in a big way, where we've got a good group of players that can fit into all different areas and can come into all different situations, understanding the style and the ideas we're trying to put in. And I'm in a privileged position to say, okay, well, I want to play, a little bit more proactive in these areas, or I want to be able to protect these areas. I can do it because we have the quality of players to do it. Yeah, look, I'm glad you didn't blame me for only playing 45 minutes because it was a bit contentious. But we have to put the context of the situation of the game. It's a game that we needed to manage, and the reality is that the medical staff decided that it was right to do 45 minutes, and I think in the end we'll all benefit for it.
Just back with 3 months to go now before you place the field, how are you feeling with this group about the tournament? What's your
Oh, geez, I wish the tournament was next week. I'll be honest with you. The buzz that's been in the camp this week, the energy, the football, the growth, and just the players themselves. They're just an amazing group. They really are. So we're just going to have to keep the information going. Keep the we made sure that tonight we left some good memories because it's a long time between the Asian Cup. So we wanted to finish it on a positive scenario, from the football and obviously the result. So leading into the Asian Cup, at least we can look back at that and say, okay, well we've done all we can in the lead up. And now it's up to us as staff to just keep the communication and and keep the players in tune with what's happening.
Yeah, I think they're the same as Joe. We wish it was next week too. Obviously for us, it's a really big tournament. We want to go as far as we can. I think the main focus now for all of us is just to stay fit and ready for the Asian Cup, and we're all excited. I mean, from the success of the World Cup and how we felt being in the World Cup group, it was special and something that we'll never ever forget, being a part of that home World Cup. So we're kind of hoping that we can replicate that feeling at the Asian Cup.
The expectations there that'll come, but you're a bit more mature group now to handle that at home, on the hive and whatnot.
Yeah, I think that comes with experience, and I think everyone's a bit older, everyone's a bit more mature, and like you said, have experienced it. But expectations, I think for us is just to go into every game now and just focus on the next game and not get too far ahead of ourselves. I mean, to go fourth at the World Cup is a pretty amazing achievement for an Australian team. So I think we handled it pretty well at the World Cup, but it's a whole new tournament. It's such a different tournament playing Asian football, and there's so many great teams. So it's going to be tough.
There's a lot of words that I could use, but I think there's she brings this level of confidence within the group. Everyone just feels a little bit taller, stronger, better having Sam around. She's an amazing leader, and and she's a bit cheeky too, which is good. She's a little bit of banter in the group. I think is the most important thing. So, as I said, we. Obviously, the footballing qualities are a second to none, and to have her back playing at her best, is what I think she really wants, and just being back on the park, I think, is what she really wants, and I'm so proud to have her as part of this lead up into the tournament and part of these last couple of camps. But it's just great to have her back.